What is up, guys? It is the Sound Alchemist, and today I'm back to bring you some 40 facts. Just kidding. Today is actually going to be more of a discussion on the topic of converting in Warhammer 40K. So as we all know, this is a hobby where we have to buy our models, clip them, prime them, assemble them, and paint them all on our own. So because of this kind of gives us a creative sense of freedom to go outside of the box, go beyond the boundaries, go beyond the instructions and the rules, and kind of make that model your own. So my question to you is, what's your opinion on conversions? Do you do it? And if so, how unique do you go? Back in 5th edition, when I first started to get into the Tau and basically create my army, I would convert a lot. Pretty much every model in my army I wanted to be unique. I wanted the Tau to be entirely crafted and made by me into something different. I wanted my Tau army to be different than his Tau army, her Tau army, their Tau army. Now, I wasn't the best painter nor sculptor, but I did my best and it came out okay. Unfortunately, I don't have any images of the models from way back in 5th edition, and I did sell off the army, so unfortunately I can't show you my handiwork, but it was nothing special. And the images you see here, like, these are crazy. Like, if you look at the one right now, obviously it's supposed to be like Farsight, and that just looks so badass, because the current model for Farsight, he's pretty small in comparison to like the newer models that came out for the commander. So with this one, it brings him up to size and also just makes him look much more badass. Adding a cape, boom, instant badass. And another thing about this image here is that they are using green stuff. Back in 5th edition, I never used green stuff. However, Gersh1 was more of a hobbyist than I, or at least he knew a couple more tricks of the trade. So he would use, like, I believe it was like plasterboard, and he'd use like bottle caps and toothpicks and stuff like that. He really got creative. Actually, if you go into the archives of our 40k videos, there's actually like tutorials on how to make your own Necron bases, how to convert orcs and stuff like that. And speaking of orcs, the orcs are another army that's really good when it comes to converting. Pretty much, if you want to make a looted wagon, you can use any vehicle in the game and make it into a looted wagon. That's the awesomeness of the orcs. It doesn't have to be an orc unit, an orc model, to make it something orky. Literally, they make stuff out of trash. If you look at the orc, backgrounds or into the orc lore, they make trash heaps into weaponry. If they're pharaoh orcs, bones, boars, that kind of thing, you could incorporate that into their bases, even into the terrain. If you got your own board and whatnot, you could make it into like a shanty town with like run-down shacks and cabins and whatnot, and that's really awesome. Another thing too with the images you see here, the Necrons. There's a few models, if I remember correctly, for the Necrons that are really awesome to convert, such as the Canoptic Wraiths and a few of the named characters. I think there's like one or two that don't actually have a model for, so that just gives you 100% creative freedom to create that model. And so in your own thoughts, what do you guys think about conversions? Do you enjoy making something 100% your own, or do you prefer sticking to the rules and having it look how the modeler intended the model to look like? And since it's kind of on the same topic, what do you guys think about using like third-party models or third-party bits to enhance your own 40k model? In my opinion, I think it's alright, as long as it still fits with the 40k aesthetic. For example, the gothic feel, the grim darkness, I'd say sure, go for it. Like I said, a lot of my models are very different. For example, I have a dragon from Kingdom Death, I believe is the company, and I'm making it as a stand-in for a Chaos Demon. Now, of course, I'm not going to be taking it to tournaments, because of course it's not going to be tournament legal. I just usually use it for like fun, friendly games. Um, However, if I do take it to like a 40K event or something like that, it's always best to ask your opponent if it's okay to use it. Because I know sometimes it falls into like a gray area where it's like, yeah, it's a greater demon, but it's on a smaller base or it's on a bigger base. The model itself could be too tall, too short. So in that aspect, I could see where it'd be, almost not, I wouldn't say cheating, but it'll create a different atmosphere. For example, if you have a greater demon that's supposed to be flying, and you end up using a model that's like prone, then yeah, it's going to be a huge difference. Because something that you thought you'd be able to see is now harder to hit, which affects gameplay. And yeah, so line of sight is a huge thing, cover is a huge thing, and if you don't model the model in the way it was intended, then that also affects the gameplay. So you always got to think about that as well. Funny story. Back in 5th edition, we had a new, brand spanking new player into 40k, so new that he didn't have the codices and he didn't have any models, but he wanted to play the game because he was very intrigued into Warhammer 40k, the lore, the look of it. So he decided to play Space Wolves, and since he didn't have any models, he literally cut out pieces of paper and labeled them as like, this is a captain, this is a squad of Thunderwolves, and it was something. Let's just say the game didn't go past turn 1, just because making something so, I guess, not intended as to how it should be, made it really bad. Like, obviously you've got them here, but like, you're constantly looking, okay, what am I shooting at? Is that a wolf? Is that a captain? Is that a squad? Is a unit coherency? Are they taller than the ledge? Are they hiding behind cover? Oh, that piece of paper is touching the other piece of paper. They're not the same shape as the bases. So yeah. I mean, you get to a certain point where it's like, come on, man, just, wait a week or so, go buy some models. Even they don't even have to be painted, as long as they're built. In my opinion, that's the minimum. So yeah, let me know your stories. Let me know what you guys think about using third-party models or kitbashing and green stuff. Also, let me know what your favorite conversion is down in the comments below. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have for today. Sit tight, guys, because I do plan on doing a, I guess, room reveal, kind of. But that'll probably be next week. Also, I can't wait because I really want to go back to playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. What did you guys think about that epic Avengers 4 teaser? I'm stoked. It's very depressing, but I know it's going to be a crazy ride. It's been over 10 years that they're building the cinematic universe, and this will be the film to kind of cement the first huge Marvel Cinematic Universe ending. So yeah, also I'm super stoked for Captain Marvel, Spider-Man. Yeah, there's a lot to be thrilled for recently. And you guys should be thrilled because we've got more giveaways coming. So subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up button, comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time. As always, this is the Sound Alchemist, and I'll see you next time, but I already said that. Later.
Oh,